Today we're down in southwest Kuna. We have this 5-acre lot in escrow for one of our clients, hopefully going to close next month. We're working on they're splitting the lot off it's a 10-acre lot that's being split into two 5-acre lots, and hopefully we'll have that final plat recorded next month. But anyway, we're here today for a well productivity test. The challenge here is that there's no power to the well. Originally there was a house on this property. It's been demolished. The power's been taken down. The line's been cut off from the pole, so there is no power. So the well tester had to come out, and I have some other video we'll show in a minute, that he brought his own generator. We pulled the feed up for the pump, got the pipe coming up above the head of the wellhead, so you see the water coming out, tied into the wires, put it in the control box. He had to bring his own control box, generator, and everything to provide our own power. Got it fired up. It's working fine. So when you're buying dirt, two tests you want to do on the well. Productivity, how many gallons per minute are you getting? And then the potability, and that is, are there heavy metals in it? You're looking for lead and arsenic. Are there nitrates, nitrites? Are they exceeding what the EPA says you can have? Looking for chloroform, E. coli, all of bacteria. And any well that hasn't been used for any period of time, like this well's been not capped off, but it's been out of use for probably 2.5 years at this point. And because of that, there's guaranteed going to be bacteria in it because it hasn't been flowing. Now, we had it running for about 20 minutes here, so it may test clean right now, but it's going to be shut up now for an extended period of time, so they'll need to pull it back up, shock it, let that settle down, and then test it again for the potability. But, the well testing is something you got to do. The other thing we got to look over my shoulder here. There's still some old farm implements left on the property that had to be removed prior to closing. Now, this thing behind me, this is what's called a wheel rake. Now, I think it's a new idea. I haven't, the plate on it's completely bare. There's a serial number and that's it. But I think it's an old new idea, and it's older than I am, honestly. These things started coming out in the early 60s, and I haven't tested this yet, so I may get embarrassed, but I'm going to go over here, and yeah, it still works. That's basically for raking the hay into rows or flipping it. If you do your first cut, let it lay, starts drying on that side, flip it, let it dry on that side, then you can bring the baler through and bale it. But, it's a cool piece of equipment, still functional, but if you're not going to be cutting alfalfa or any other kind of crop that you would need to flip and bale, you don't need this piece of implement here. So we'll get that taken off. There's a mowing deck over there, and there's an old gas can and some other stuff, a couple of tractor tires. But those are the things that we look for and make sure we get all that taken off prior to closing, so when our client gets this property, it's clean and ready for whatever he wants to do. It's a nice day today. It's in the 40s. It was a little nippy earlier, just in the 30s when we started, but we had cloud deck all night, so it didn't get too cold. But this is just a great piece of dirt. And one of the things you got to know, southwest Kuna, particularly once you're on this side of Cloverdale, or the east side of Cloverdale, very high water table too. So, that makes drilling a well more expensive. And the water table and the surrounding lots, looking at the driller's report when they were done, about 240, 250 feet. And since you're in the southwest Ada area of concern for groundwater, because the groundwater is so high here, you actually have to seal the well. So that's going to add, you got to put another, if you're 240 feet down, you got to seal it from the surface all the way down to the top of the production zone. I don't know, 6,500, 7,500 pounds of concrete. Now, that's been changing so much recently that I'm afraid to put something out there on tape right now, because I'll be wrong in another month, because it keeps going up every time we turn around. So it is what it is. But day in the life of a realtor, here I am today, 5 acres down in Kuna. It's going to be a great property when my clients are done building their dream house on it. Have a nice pool. Just, you got cool neighbors. You got horses and an equestrian center on this side. You got some cattle, and actually just cattle on that side. You got cattle across, and then you got row crops over there. So, and then you got some multi-million-dollar houses in the neighborhood too. So it's nice. This is what we would call a long hold, in that you're buying the dirt now, planning for a couple years on how you're going to build the house, and you take a couple years to build the house, and then by the time you're done with that, and you've got a fantastic piece of property worth a lot more money than you invested into it originally, and you're surrounded by really nice high-end properties that are popping up every day. It seems like another piece of dirt's being sold, and somebody's putting a very nice high-end property on it. So long term, this is going to be a great investment for our clients. The things we look for. So if you're thinking about buying land in Kuna or anywhere else in the Treasure Valley area, or up in Emmett or up towards McCall, let us know. We'd be happy to help you.